Justin Bieber, Winnie the Pooh, VPNs, video game consoles, YouTube. All of these things have been banned in China at some point. But now cheese? Come on. According to some cheese industry experts, whatever that means, some soft cheeses are actually being banned in China. Actually, most soft cheeses are being banned in mainland China. And that includes things like brie or camembert or some kinds of moldy cheeses like blue cheese and things like that. Now, it's putting a huge strain on the cheese export industry. And whether you care about that or not, it does have implications for people that are actually living here and trying to do business here. Because despite China never having like a huge love for cheese, because there's never traditionally been, you know, a huge amount of dairy products in their diets, even though that it wasn't super popular, it has become more and more popular with the more kind of jet set, go-getter, internationally educated youth here that want to, you know, spend a little money on some cheese and wine. Now, this is actually nothing new. In 2008, the Chinese government banned Italian mozzarella for containing this kind of chemical called dioxin, which apparently causes cancer. The funny thing is, this is a bit of a double standard because there's a lot of food safety issues here in China. A fairly corrupt industry where you can go to a restaurant or, you know, the Chinese equivalent of the FDA, and they give these little smiley faces depending on whether the food is safe or not. But these can be bought and things are not always as they seem. As you know, that China is always in the news for food safety scandals. So this ban actually didn't stick. So mozzarella's back. You can get mozzarella. The pizzerias are super happy that they can get all their Italian mozzarella to put on their pizzas. You don't want me to vlog? Is that what it is? Jog on. Jog on. However, the ban on the soft cheeses is for good this time. And according to William Fingleton, a resident cheese expert, he says that the case is closed and the market is closed for soft cheese imports here in China. Now, again, does this affect people here locally? It's going to affect a certain subset of people here in China that, you know, like to consider themselves worldly citizens and like to, you know, experiment with expensive things, because cheese, traditionally, especially imported cheese here in China, has been ridiculously expensive. But for the average citizen, they're not going to notice the ban because the majority of Chinese people that I know don't actually consume cheese. Now, perhaps the most interesting thing about the cheese ban here in China is that if the equivalent cheese is actually produced domestically here in China, so a Chinese brie, a Chinese camembert, a Chinese blue cheese, then it's fully legal, even though they contained the same levels of bacteria found in the rinds, which originally got them banned for import. Now, to me, this sounds an awful lot like Chinese protectionism, and this is nothing new here in China. I mean, you see it with a lot of these bans. Oftentimes, the Chinese government will claim, oh, we banned YouTube, we banned Facebook, we banned all these things because there's potential for, you know, backlash against the government or rumors to be spread. But what happens is they create their own domestic version. So instead of Twitter, you have Weibo. Instead of YouTube, you have things like Bilibili or Tudou or Youku. So they're able to control these apps and able to control these domestic grown programs, but also stimulates the domestic kind of homegrown versions of these products. So it is protectionism that helps China kind of make their own stuff and promote local business. Now, there are actually only a couple places in this little city that I live in where I can get cheese. So I'm actually gonna go to Walmart right now where I usually get my cheese. I usually get my brie, usually get my cheddars, I get all my you know, camemberts and all that kind of stuff. And I'm gonna see if they still have it, because according to the news, they've been banned. Let's go. Baby, you're illegal. That's illegal in China. I'm sending you to jail. You're breaking the law. Babe, you're breaking the law. You sad? She's guilty. I absolutely love Northwestern Chinese food. Inner Mongol, this is like an Inner Mongolian and Northwestern food kind of fusion restaurant. It's fan-freaking-tastic. Their goat's amazing. And they make their own sour cream for it as well. Freaking delicious.
Little she.
Little she, wearing the banned Winnie the Pooh outfit. So despite all of these things being banned in China, I mean, China has a real recent history with banning ridiculous things. I'm actually curious to think what other people think that China's gonna ban next.
They kind of want to control the stock. Now it's controlling, but more pressure on it. Foreigners. You.
They're gonna ban us.
Yeah, ban you.
Oh shit.
Is he your daughter? We need the pool. You see?
What the heck is this?
I don't know. Honey with cheese ball.
Cheese? We found the culprit, boys and girls. These are illegal cheese balls, illegally holding the cheese inside. Look at this. There she is. I found the culprit. I'm calling the cops. Let's call the cops. First choke. All right, baby. Every time I film in Walmart, you get kicked out. You gotta cover me, okay? You gotta cover me, okay? Okay, we're going into the cheese aisle. I've just looked through the cheese aisle here. We got cheddar. Right next to the cheddar used to be my favorite brie. We have reduced fat cheddar. We have these shitty sliced cheeses. And we have butter. And the brie is gone. All of the cheese is gone. They only have cheddar. Just cheddar. Cheddar and butter and sliced cheese. It's true, guys. They banned cheese. Well, looks like I'm going back to America. There's no reason to live here anymore. All right, guys, it's true. Cheese is banned. What do you guys have to say?
Okay, no more cheese.
No more cheese. You're cool with that?
We should respect the law.
We should respect the law.
Yeah.
Fair
No
enough.
cheese.
Well, from now on, I'm going to be seeing you guys a lot more often to get my cheese in Hong Kong. So I'll see you guys there.
Even we have beer, no cheese.
Yeah, fair. Exactly.
Don't take photo with cheese.
Don't take photos with cheese. Thank you so much, Laowinners, and I'll catch you on the next one.